Hey guys, thanks for joining. I wanted to get right into it. These are the three tubes that I just purchased. I got um, Banco de Mexico tubes coming through. I ordered them from SD Bullion. Shout out to them. They've had some really good deals just lately. Um, the $30 mark, $31 mark when spot's been at $26, $27. Spot's moving today, which is good. I think the run is going to happen again. We're going to see $30, $31 silver pretty soon, within the next month. I would hope. Just my guess though, but wanted to kind of share that with you. I'm digging these government backgrounds and coins a little bit more now. In the beginning, I was staying away from these because they had a higher premium. But as the premiums have adjusted and we see the common $4 premium on everything, regardless of what it is, I think that, someone already mentioned it as well in a previous video where if you're going to be paying 30 something dollars a coin or a round, you should be probably just buying the premium stuff because it's not that much more. So it's pretty cool to see. But I'm favoring these. So I just ordered the tubes. I got rid of the airtight tubes. Haven't bought any more of those. I don't plan on buying any more air tubes. They're a little bit bulkier. And two of these American Silver Eagle tubes are like the equivalent to one of the airtight rounds and capsules. And then you don't have to buy capsules. So this is just a much better way if you guys are beginning stackers and started to buy the airtights. I would very much consider these instead. I'm seeing a lot more on the season stackers pages that they're using the tubes and they're filling up monster boxes, and with good reason. These are just compact. They're easier to do. You don't have to buy any capsules, and they still protect your coins or rounds. So these three, I feel like these are the condiments to stacking. The government rounds. The Britannia coin is beautiful. The American Silver Eagle, the Canadian maples are just phenomenal. I love them. And then again, I ordered the tubes from Mexico, so I'll be putting all my silver Libertads on into those tubes when they get here. I have the older ones and a few newer ones that I've been buying on Instagram. But speaking of Instagram as well, I'm starting to see the negative side effects of Instagram. One seller is already taking his time to send me something. Usually that wasn't my experience with the first sellers that I got. I tried a new seller, and come to find out he's had some negative reviews, and I probably shouldn't have bought it from him, but oh well. And then I'm seeing really high premium silver for coal silver. So coal silver that's damaged or milk spotted or something like that, I'm still seeing an $8, $10 premium on it. So Instagram is a lot of the community is selling things at a higher premium because of the hype, and they catch on to that. It's like going to the swap meet. When something's hot, they selling it for a lot more than what they really should. Even on Craigslist, you can see this when there's trends. They're selling the product for much higher with sentimental value, or just because they can, because it's trending. So kind of staying away from Instagram at the moment anyways, because like I said in my previous video, I overspent. So focusing on getting rid of debt again, and also just saving a little bit of some of my money. I'm using the majority. I'm kind of like staying off the investments and precious metals for these coming months, just so I can get rid of debt faster. But also putting a little bit of money away for when I do go back and I'm debt free, to buy into the $1,500 mark on silver as well. So my approach is to set a quarter of what I was setting aside for precious metals and investment, focusing all that money into my debt, and then I'll have some changed. I'll have some money raised as I get out of debt and I transition into starting to stack for my precious metals by $1,500. So that's the target. I don't know with October, November. November's going to be a really crappy month, I think. After the elections, we'll see what happens if we don't get hit by that asteroid that supposedly is coming and going to pass by Earth as well. It's been super hot in California. We've had some big heat waves. There's a lot of tornadoes happening and hurricanes as well across the world and the United States. But these coming months are going to be pretty challenging. I feel like I'm just going to be staying at home, focusing on this debt, focusing on work, being thankful that I still have work and I'm still working through all this stuff. We'll see what happens with the stimulus payment. And then, we'll start. I think in August is when I start to buy Christmas presents, anyways. So I'll start to look for Christmas presents because I hate doing my shopping right at the end of the month and then, everything's sold out. Your thought process for trying to pick things out for your family members or, friends, it's kind of sucks. So I do my shopping pretty soon. And then 2021, I feel is like I'm hoping that I'll be out of debt and I'll start to really, really stack and start to fill up these tubes and start working on some monster boxes or something. Unless something else catches my eye, I'm not too sure. But again, I'm stacking for the long run. I'm hoping to stick to my plan this time, my financial plan. Again, it's stressful enough. I can't stress that enough to make sure that you do your due diligence and you plan out some kind of budget for precious metals. If you're a stacker, what I'm seeing on Instagram is that these guys are flippers. They make their money flipping from one person to another, and they buy off each other, and they sell them at each other. And what I think is happening is that they're all gathering together to buy at wholesale from a local coin shop or something, and then going back into the IG community and selling at a premium, while slowly building. I don't even know if they stack. Not one person has shown like stacks of their silver, so I'm not too sure if they are doing that. I feel like when you do look at Instagram accounts and you do look at the people who are really selling silver, it feels like they're chasing fiat cash more than anything. Like they want to get rid of your silver. They're not really focused on the value of it. They're more worried about like, hey, I got this new hot item. The first $1,000 or first $2,000 takes it, and they're really just there to make that profit off what they're selling. And I can see that it's starting to show through the photos, which is kind of weird to explain, but I don't see a whole lot of people pushing and supporting the community of precious metals because it's something that's better for our lives in the long run, to get rid of debt, to start paying off this crazy amount of debt that we have in the United States, and then limiting our spending. I feel like they're the same people. They're not really focused on the value or the gold standard or anything like that, which is kind of crazy to me because that's how I got into this whole thing, and I'm very passionate about that. But we'll see what things go. I don't know who else is on the same boat as me, but yeah, in the Instagram community, I feel like they're chasing paper. They're really, really focused on their profits, as opposed to sharing the wealth of we should all be stacking and we should all be doing. We should all incorporate this awesome way of living is by stacking precious metals and limiting our expenses and saving for a rainy day and stuff like that. But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so if you guys are looking at Instagram, you might want to stay away because the premiums are really high. Looks like the bullion dealers are back on better deals as far as what they were prior. Feels like maybe they had a slowdown in purchases, even though some have said that there's $300 minimum purchase orders now. Again, SD Bullion's been a really good spot to look for really good deals. Again, like I'm seeing cheaper thing, a dollar or two cheaper on SD Bullion than I would see on Instagram. And Instagram is not BU, it's not brand new bullion. It's used and abused, milk spotted, coal. So if you guys haven't checked out SD Bullion, check them out. I just did my very first order. It's been a year and a half, and I just barely did my first order. But I got another one coming in from Hero Bullion. No, Bold Precious Metals. So everyone was sold out of the tubes for the Mexican mint tubes. So they had a few, so I picked up a few and actually bought one round. Because again, I was trying not to overspend, but I was like, oh, I need to get at least one round. So I think I just bought a maple. But yeah, I'll make the other video when it gets here. Transfer all my capsuled Libertades to the Casa Moneda tube, and then kind of settle down and focus of getting rid of debt for the next coming year. So you guys may or may not see a whole lot of videos. If you guys want to see any other video or any ideas or opinions of what I think about certain things, cool. Shoot me that in the comments, and then see what I can put together. But yeah, it's going to be a really interesting ride come December because, again, Buffett just made his huge purchase of gold stock. And we'll see what gold does. Gold's at an all-time high. I'm still looking to see if maybe I can do a trade. If spot price continues to rise and I do have all that generic silver that I had, those generic rounds, I may want to trade those up for some gold and get my first ounce to my stack. But we'll see. We'll see where silver goes and how high gold is going to go. Because it really gets me. I really get into the sense of FOMO when I see Buffett buy a bunch of stock like that and think that gold's not going to go past 2,500 or 2,200. I think that it might jump to 2,600, 2,700 in the following months, or after this year's over. I don't know. I'm still waiting for like that big push that you saw in gold go from 300 to 1,200. I'm still waiting for that for silver. So if silver goes from 25 to 100, that would be awesome. But then you would also be like, oh, I didn't stack enough. So yeah, those are constant things that are in the back of my mind. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Happy blessings, happy stacking. Peace.